Human rights activists, civil society organizations, and students have staged a peaceful protest to demand for justice for late Ochanya Elizabeth Ogbanje, a 13-year-old girl who was raped by a father and his son in Gboko in Benue State. The protesters, who were in black t-shirt with inscriptions "Say no to rape," would demand justice for Ochanya, hang the rapist, and #Justice for Ochanya now, among others. The father, Andrew Ogbuja, a staff of Benue State Polytechnic, Ugbokolo, and his son, Victor Inalegwu Ogbuja, a final year student at the Federal University of Agriculture, are said to have serially abused the 13-year-old Ochanya through series of anal and vaginal rape since she joined their household at age 8. Medical examinations conducted on her shows Ochanya, a student of FGGC Gboko, developed vesico-vaginal fistula, a condition in which she continuously dripped urine following damage to her bladder. It was gathered Ochanya later died following the complication from vesico-vaginal fistula. The activists converged on the Unity Fountain in Abuja to mount pressure on the government authority to ensure that those who perpetrated the dastardly act were brought to book. The protesters marched to the Ministry of Justice to register their grievances and demanded for justice for the deceased. The group demanded that the perpetrators, Andrew Ogbuja and Victor Ogbuja, be arrested and punished and be charged for homicide with first-degree murder.
The spate of sexual violence in our country is attributable to a governance issue. It's a governance issue that we're not protecting our children. 1 in every 4 girls and 1 in every 10 boys will face some form of sexual violence before they turn 18 in Nigeria, and our government isn't doing anything to prevent that. When we build a nation as a broken children, they don't have anything to give to our nation anymore. Ochaya did not need to die. A government that does not monitor the welfare of its children is a government that is not building a future of its nation. And we must demand accountability of our government and justice for Ochaya and every child that has become a victim of sexual violence in Nigeria. We're demanding for justice. We're also demanding for greater social welfare accountability from our government. How can a child be born and until a child dies, you have no account of how the child is treated by society? It's not criminalized if a child does not go to school, if a child becomes a miscreant, if a child is homeless, if a child has no food to eat. The government is not bothered about that. That is not governance, because the larger population of Nigeria are children. And they are the future of this country. If you must build infrastructure, you must also build manpower, and manpower are people, they are children.
We need to work on our laws. Government, the legislature at state and federal level need to work on the law. Work on the law to impose life sentence without any variation on whoever is culpable caught doing this. Until deterrents are available, there will be so many Ochanyas, more and more in our society. So we need to do something about it. And the right way is to have the political will, pass laws that are stringent, and enforce those laws.
Addressing the protesters, the coordinator for #Justice for Ochanya, Mr. Great Felix, urged the Minister of Justice to expedite action and ensure that justice is delivered, saying that an injustice to one is an injustice to all.
The world and to extend to the world our grievances. We want justice for Ochanya. Whoever stand or whoever is the will in the clog of progress in delivering justice for Ochanya is an injury to everybody alive. It's an injury to every girl child. The girl child must have right to education. The girl child must be protected. The girl child has dreams. She must be supported.
Yes.
Am I saying something?
Yes.
What do we want?
Justice.
What do we want?
Justice.
Who bailed the culprit?
We don't know.
Who bailed the...
The protesters blocked the main gate of the ministry and demanded that the minister must address them after they said that they were not satisfied with the director of litigation, Mr. Emmanuel Omonua, who told them that the ministry will swing into action as soon as the police conclude their investigations.
Iman Esquire, spokesperson for Federal Government Girls College Old Students Association. I stand here before you that we want justice, to let the Ministry of Justice know that we want justice for one of us. Most of us here are old students of the Federal Government Girls College, Gboko, the school where the late Ochanya attended before her demise. And we are here today to tell the Minister of Justice that we want justice for the rapist's son, because we learned that initially he was arrested and he got his freedom and was walking freely on the streets of Benue State. So we are just here simply to ask for justice, and that is why we are here. And we stand on it. Our girls are not safe. Most girls are not safe. Most girls cannot speak out from the rapists.
Addressing the protesters on behalf of the ministry, on behalf of the minister, Mr. Emmanuel Omanua, Director of Civil Investigation, who said the minister was on assignment, assured them that justice will be done to Ochanya Elizabeth
Of the Federal Minister of Justice, Attorney General of the Federation and the Minister of Justice is on assignment, not in the office now. But I want to assure you of one thing. If this incident took place in any state, let it be investigated, let the report be made to the Commissioner of Police of the state. I assure you on behalf of the Attorney General, once the report gets to the Minister of Justice, the matter must be prosecuted to a logical conclusion.
Sir, you're going to wait for a report. It's in the news.
I'm coming. Excuse me. Attorney General does not investigate, but he can prosecute to get the person jailed.
When he reads the news, he hears the news. He's there. You're not going to wait.
They are on assignment. In that, excuse me.
We want justice.
PAMSEC is in the State House this morning. I said PAMSEC is in the meeting in the State House this morning. The minister is on assignment since yesterday. PAMSEC is in the State House meeting this morning. I'm talking based on the facts of the truth on the ground.
Sir, please call for the file. Call for the file and you will get the decision. Don't wait for us to write again. We are here. We have written. That's why we are here.
Attorney General is on assignment. PAMSEC is attending a meeting in the State House this morning.
So who is addressing us, sir?
I'm the Director of Civil Litigation. I'm the Director of Litigation and Public Law.
What's your name, please?
My name is Mr. Emmanuel Omanua.
Okay, God bless you. Thank you very much.
Sir, please call for the file.
The protesters later marched to the National Human Rights Commission.
Toyin Ajolore, reporting for Flow TV News.